Lei Jun, a retired Chinese soldier, is once again at the police station. He pleads with the officers to help him find his family. In his memory, he had been badly injured and saw them trapped in a car accident. Yet every visit ends the same. The police tell him to come back the following week. On his way home, Lei Jun rides the bus and asks the driver to take him back to the city the next day. For 10 years he has repeated this cycle, traveling back and forth, but never finding answers. The driver even tells him that if he were the police, he would already be tired of handling the case. He urges Lei Jun to accept the truth, that his family is most likely gone. Lei Jun only replies that his son has a red birthmark on the right side of his neck. His search is endless. This is Fury 12 hours. The next morning, Lei Jun wakes up and resumes his routine at his small convenience store. The store also serves as his home, located in a Chinese community village far from the city. A police officer named Tyne stops by to buy a drink and asks Lei Jun to teach him martial arts, but Lei Jun stays silent. His thoughts drift back to the day his wife gave him a used car. He remembers his joy, before snapping back to reality as the shop suddenly shakes as if struck by an earthquake. Lei Jun rushes outside to see what is happening. The story then moves to 1 hour earlier, inside a hidden safe house. A group of Special Forces soldiers stand guard, protecting a woman who is a key witness in a major case. She is the target of terrorists. Tension grows as 3 teenagers repeatedly show up, shouting at the troops to leave the country. Though pushed away each time, they keep coming back, adding to the pressure. As the soldiers discuss their next move, gunfire suddenly erupts. In the chaos, Kimmy, one of the soldiers, spots a frightened little girl hiding in the corner. She runs to help, but enemy fire cuts her off, putting her in even greater danger. Inside the safe house, the troops discover that the witness is gone. One of them claims she already left. A firefight breaks out. In the battle, one of the soldiers is captured and brought before the terrorist leader, a man known as Jian. By his side is a woman named Ying Tao. Jian declares that he knows what his enemies want, but the witness has disappeared. At that moment, Jian's protege, Xiao Ji, hands him a phone. On the line is an angry caller, furious that the attack happened inside the Chinese community. Jian responds that all they want is the woman, because failure will bring consequences for both him and the caller. The voice on the phone gives him 12 hours to find her. The story shifts to Lei Jun's convenience store, where a woman named Lin Wan arrives with a priest and an injured child. Seeing the boy's condition, Lei Jun performs an incision on his stomach, reviving him. Moments later, Jian and his men reach the store. Realizing the danger, Lin Wan quickly hides. 3 frightened men step outside intending to surrender, but gunfire cuts them down instantly. Tyne slams the door shut. Jian then announces that there is no need to panic. He says he has come to make a deal, offering money in exchange for the woman he is searching for. If they cooperate, everyone else will remain safe. It becomes clear that Lin Wan is the target, the same woman who escaped the safe house earlier. Ying Tao offers to storm the store, kill everyone, and bring Lin Wan out, but Jian refuses. He warns her not to underestimate the Chinese man inside. Wanting to protect the others, Lin Wan gives a chip to Lei Jun and asks him to keep it safe, while she considers surrendering herself. Lei Jun stops her and pulls down the rolling door of the shop. Jian then orders his subordinate Rue to go in and capture Lin Wan. Preparing for the attack, Lei Jun fills a microwave with nails and other objects, setting a trap. He then leads the others into a well that connects to an underground tunnel. Soon after, Lei Jun goes back up to face the enemies. kills Rui, then returns underground to rejoin the group as they move toward the exit. Meanwhile, Jian's men discover Rui's body. Ying Tao, devastated, remembers her past. As a child she was bullied until Jian and Rui stepped in, promising to protect her. Jian told her he would be her father, and Rui handed her a sweet cherry, telling her to eat it. The memory fills her with rage. She pulls on her cloth mask, her face hardened with vengeance, and storms off to hunt Lei Jun. Seeing her rush away, Jian grows uneasy and orders his men to follow, but Xiaoji steps in. He forbids anyone else to go, saying only he will accompany her. Jian must stay behind. He reminds Jian that only 7 hours remain and insists that Jian must oversee the situation and plan their next steps. Jian hesitates but accepts Xiaoji's decision, knowing it is for the good of the team. Inside the tunnel, Lei Jun hears the enemy approaching and orders the others to keep moving while he stays behind. During the fight he collapses, but the alarm on his wristwatch jolts him awake. Determined, he pushes forward to catch up with the group. They soon reach an iron gate locked from the outside, leaving them trapped. At the same time, Jian receives word that the tunnel has collapsed and the path is blocked by debris. Furious, he orders Xiaoji and his men to enter and hunt down Lei Jun. Inside the tunnel, Lei Jun and the others remain trapped. The priest begins praying over the masked terrorists who were killed. Confused, some ask why he would pray for such people. The priest explains that most of them are still very young. 3 years earlier, they were vagrants who came to the church every Sunday for free bread. He taught them to read, but months later they returned wearing masks, still asking for food. The church could not meet their demands. When invited to pray, they asked if their prayers would be accepted even if they were killers. They said their fate could never change. Lei Jun then recalls the moment he was badly injured and saw his family burning inside a vehicle. Helpless, he could only watch from a distance. Snapping back, he regains consciousness to find Lin Wan at his side. She begs him to safeguard the chip she carries. The chip contains records of Southeast Asia's largest criminal organization, along with $3 billion in electronic currency. It is the reason the masked group is hunting them. Lin Wan explains that she was once part of the organization. They recruited orphans as members, but she was spared from fighting because of her computer skills. Promoted to head of IT, she gained access to secret files. That was when she discovered the truth. The riots that had created so many orphans were orchestrated by the organization itself. She spent 3 years preparing to steal the chip before finally escaping. Now she believes only outside help can bring the group down. She begs Lei Jun to take the chip out, but he refuses. He insists they will escape alive and that she must be the one to carry it out. Suddenly, a cold breeze sweeps through the dark tunnel. Tainan notices it and realizes that if air is flowing in, there must be an exit. With renewed hope, the team searches for the source. After inspecting the walls, they find a weak section. They dig with determination until they finally break through, revealing a passage that leads outside. Relief spreads among them as they see a chance at freedom. Jian discovers a map showing the escape route and orders his troops to move toward the marked exit. Their footsteps echo through the tunnels as they push aside fatigue and fear, clinging to a fragile sense of hope. By 5 a.m., the group reaches a ventilation shaft in the tunnel tower. Relieved, Tainan says they can finally breathe fresh air again, but the moment is cut short when gunfire erupts. After taking down the enemy sniper, they press forward without delay. Not long after, Jian and his men reached the same spot. Xiaoji climbed up to check but found no one. Looking toward a nearby warehouse, he spotted Lei Jun and the survivors hiding inside. Knowing the warehouse would soon be searched, Lei Jun ordered Tainan to take the others and leave. They resisted at first, but Lei Jun forced them to go so Lin Wan could safeguard the chip. Reluctantly, they departed, leaving him behind. Soon after, Xiaoji received word that his men had entered the warehouse. They searched for enemies, but Lei Jun ambushed and eliminated them. Picking up a communicator, Lei Jun contacted Xiao Ji directly, telling him he was waiting. At 5:50 a.m., Xiao Ji and his men arrived at the warehouse. They split up and swept the area, only to find their comrades already dead. Regrouping, they noticed a toy rabbit on the floor. An explosion followed. In the chaos, Lei Jun tackled Xiao Ji to the ground. His wristwatch alarm went off, and he suddenly noticed a birthmark on the right side of Xiao Ji's neck. Stunned, Lei Jun realized Xiao Ji was the son he had been searching for over the past 10 years. Overcome, Lei Jun released him. Xiao Ji, still trapped in his mission, drove a knife into Lei Jun's stomach. Shock crossed his face as fragments of memory surfaced, hinting that he was beginning to realize Lei Jun was his father. At that moment, Jian entered and stabbed Lei Jun. But Xiao Ji grabbed Jian's sword, stopping him from killing Lei Jun. A brief narration follows. Lei Jun was gravely injured and fell into a coma after the struggle, ending his long and painful journey. Tai Nan returned to China to settle in his father's hometown, seeking peace after years of conflict. Xiao Ji, captured alive, was sentenced to life imprisonment for his crimes, showing how desperate choices can lead to a tragic fate. Their paths, shaped by sacrifice and consequence, left lasting marks on everyone connected to them. The story closes at the airport. Lin Wan stands with the priest, who waves farewell. In an emotional moment, he takes the chip from his pocket and shows it to her. Speaking in a serious tone, he tells Lin Wan that Jian will always be with her. Shocked, she feels both happiness and sorrow. The screen fades, marking the end. So the moral of the story is, if you keep hitting snooze on life, one day your alarm clock might reveal your long-lost kid holding a knife.